Welcome back to my channel, everyone. GraphTanker98 here. Gonna go ahead and do a little basic tutorial on EVE Online, just to show navigate around the station user interface. Before you even get out of the station, just kind of go over some of the what each little tab does, what kind of information it'll show you, because that's one of the big things for new players, especially when I first looked at it. When you first log in after you create your character, you see all these things on the screen. You're like, what the heck is all this? Like, what's going on here? So you don't know what's going on. There's a lot of little things to look at, especially when you start clicking into them. Really appreciate the support so far. My last EVE video had a lot of positive, had a large positive response to it. Some folks giving me some tips. I appreciate all those tips because I needed everything I can get. Especially this game has a steep learning curve, so we'll start off here. We're just going to start up in our upper left corner here. So the first thing we're going to see up here, if you follow my cursor on the page, you're going to have your Comm Menu. Okay, so your Comm Menu is going to be the main hub for all your information in the game that you're going to want to go and to get to each different type of bit of information. So when you click on that, you're going to have all these different categories with subcategories. Okay, activities, finance, industry, inventory, personnel, ship, social, utilities. Okay, so it's very important to go look through here. Okay, it's going to look like a lot. Some of these you end up not using very much. Okay, so far, especially in the beginning. Your agency will, but see, you start off with a default tab. So these icons are just they're just tabs or subsections out of the Comm Menu, so don't get overwhelmed like these are extra. All of these tabs are actually represented within the Comm Menu. You can drag these out and add them to your taskbar here. Where you can see right here, I can add the map. Well, the map's already on there. So I want to add the journal. You can drag it here, click it, and you can actually add that out there, and it's still in there. It's just adds a quick tab, so that's something you can look at. I don't really want that there because I don't use the journal very much. But you can go ahead and look through these important ones, like I just showed you. Agency, the map's already out there. If you don't, you can customize this however you want. Drag these or remove them from your taskbar, your side taskbar there. Finance, your markets are important. Your wallet, your contacts. So one of the more important ones, it took me a while to figure out how to add contacts and find people. If you're not in the same system with them, you can't see them. You're going to want to go to personnel, which is right here. This will have your character, but also have people and places. So you're going to click that. People and places right here will have your, where you'll be able to search right here. Search somebody's name or anything, and it'll find it for you. Okay. So that's just remember that's a good important one. I didn't know that, and I was looking around like, how do I add friends? And I didn't know how to do it forever. You can also just right-click people that are locally in your station. We'll get to that in a minute, though. I'm going to kind of breeze through this real quick. I'm trying to make this a short video. Going back to the Comm Menu, your utilities. These are little tools and utilities. You can have a calculator. I mean, this game's got cool stuff, man. I'm telling you, this game's got, like, I don't know why I had not. Imagine if I had been playing this game instead of other junk all these years. For years, this game's been out. It felt like after playing this game for a couple weeks, I feel like I wasted my time with other games. Honestly, like Elite Dangerous and stuff like that. I mean, that game's fun, but this game right here is easy to play if you're like me, a working dad on the go, that with kids and family and a wife that wants attention. So it works out good for you because you can have the laptop kind of on the table, like downstairs, kind of playing in the background. You can have like your, you kind of want to watch it because you can get attacked, but in the high sec, it's not so bad. Like what I like to do is, I'll have the laptop on, just kind of there in the corner, downstairs in the kitchen or something, and then I'll just go over to it and mine. Let's mine during the early evening. And I always have my ship kind of just go mining, and let's come back to it, click it, select the next asteroid. And it works out good because, if you're like me, you don't have a time to sit all day and play games like some people do. So it works out good. And it's fun because you feel like you're still playing the game, even though you're actually spending more time with the family, which you should be doing. Um, so getting back to my main goal here. So we did the personnel. Showed you that your social. When you get some of the stuff, you're gonna learn eventually. Corporations and all this. You can go through and look at all these things. Your ship fitting is good, and this is if you ever see people talking about the ship tree, like your research tree for ships. This is where you can get to it right here in the ship one right here. So of course you have settings and all that stuff. So like I said before, this taskbar is just represented icons that are represented out of this new Comm Menu. So you can customize these. So you have your agent, like I say, agency, mail, your inventory. Okay, your inventory is right here. I had a little bit of mining I was doing. So when you get into your, so say you go mining, you have a bunch of ore in your ore hold of a mining ship. When you get back to the station, all you're going to do is just click it and drag it in. You can do whatever you want. You can drag it into your item hanger. I have a bunch in there. So what you want to do is you're going to reprocess this ore into another mineral. Okay, I think I showed you guys on the last video how to do that, so I'm not going to do it again right now. But I go back to my first video, and I have a little bit of that in there. Okay, so that's your ship inventory. So how this is laid out is your active ship will be on top, okay? And you can minimize it, but then you have like your ore hold, and your drone bay, because you use drones in this game. But your ship hangar will have, if say you have 3 ships, so you see your other ships parked in there, you'll see them, but they won't be green because your active ship's green. So let's remember that. Let me go back to this real quick. We'll close that out. Your markets are important because your market is where you're going to be able to buy equipment and then trade goods and all that stuff for trading. And just remember, whenever you buy something in the market, okay, you want to go through and make sure if you're trying to buy it at your location, you have to make sure that the list is the station you're looking for, where you're at, okay? If not, if you buy something at a different station, right, you might have to fly there, okay, to pick it up. So if you buy it at a different place, just keep that in mind when you're looking at the markets, okay? And prices are different. Like, sometimes prices are drastically different in different places. Just keep that in mind, too. If you want to get the best price, you might have to take 5 to 9, 10 jumps to get it. Just remember that. Here's your map. Your map's, it's pretty this map's pretty simple. Actually very simple. You just scroll out. You can hold your left click, hold down your left click, and you can scroll it around, zoom in with the mouse wheel. There's nothing really too hard about it. You have your security ratings labeled there. Some of the systems, okay, of course, the higher the number, the safer it is. Okay, that's basically all it is. That's why you hear high sec, low sec, all that. Just remember, the lower the number gets, the more dangerous it is when you go to that system. Okay, less AI protections and things. So now jumping over here, yeah, of course you have your undock button. Okay, if you want to go start. Just remember, if you get stuck in a system, say you get blown up and you only have your pod and you fly back to a station, you can always board your complimentary Corvette, and don't try to like get a whole bunch of them, and you're not gonna make much money by selling these things. But over here, you'll have your loyalty point store. Okay, you'll get that loyalty points by doing missions for like those factions. Ship insurance. So if you want to buy insurance for your ship, I'm not going to go too much into that, but it's insurance you can buy in your ship in case it gets blown up, and you can get paid back money, depending on which one you get. Faction warfare. This will just show some kind of, looks like it just shows kind of like what's going on in the system and who's fighting each other. So you can see that. I've not looked into that very much, but you can go check it out if you want. Let's see here. Industry is a good one. You'll be using industry in some of the training, okay? And this is where you're gonna like double click your blueprint. You're gonna get blueprints in your inventory. You'll double click them, or add. You can add them in here, and you'll be able to build things with the blueprints. And plus, you need the materials, okay? So, crafting. For those of you who haven't played, it's crafting station, or whatever you want to call it. Fitting so you have a fitting over here, but you also have your fitting tab over here for your ship. That's your active ship, and I was going to bring up the same exact thing. Right now I have this procurer mining ship, which I have 2 strip miners and 2 mining laser upgrades. I need to get the shield extender and other stuff that people have recommended to me. I haven't got it yet though, but I haven't left the high sec, so I'm still pretty green on a lot of this. Markets, again, we talked about that. Reprocessing plant, okay, we've talked about that. This is just, remember I said you can also just right click the ore, okay, which I showed in my last video. This is an important one. Repair, if you do get damaged during the missions and you're out and about, you can click the repair shop here. It's important. Don't forget the repair shop right here. You can go in and repair your ship. I don't have anything to repair on my ship. And then you have your character customization, which I'm not going to do much on. I'm going to get out of here. Back. There's my person. This skanky chick. Okay, so these 4 tabs right here. You have your agent tab. So these are AI agents, okay, usually. And they provide missions to you. You have guests. These will be like, what's this say right here? Compact. Okay, this is just the guest. These are people that are at the station right now. And I do not really know whether or not they're all real people or if they're AI. I'm assuming they're all real players. Yeah, I haven't really looked into that. So somebody tell me, if anybody watches this video, is everybody in the guest list, are those all real people, or is there some of those AI? I don't know. I'm guessing they're all real people. I haven't really met a whole lot of people in this game yet, so. And then offices will be, these are all, you can have an office, you can move your HQ here, you can have office rent, you can join offices. Or corps, I should say. You can apply to join corporations. Okay, I have a corporation already, which I haven't made one to add to join. I don't think mine shows up here. Nah, mine doesn't show up here. You have to like rent the office, I guess. Hangar, and then that's it. That's the hangar. So that's basically it. For the in-station UI, it's pretty easy once you realize what's going on. Here's a notification tab down here at the bottom. It just tells you every time something happens. Like every time I train a skill, it pops up here. So that's all that is. But of course you have your messaging. There's more to this than that, but for starters, it's really all you need to know at first for the menu for the station. The fitting is probably the market for equipment, and the fitting is probably some of your most important stuff in the beginning, and the agents, okay, the agents. But then, like I think I talked about in my last video, the agency tab. When your agency tab here is where you're gonna go and start your tutorials and your agent missions over here, which I talked about already, so I won't get into that again. But just so you know, that can be confusing at first what you're looking at, but as long as you follow some of the tutorials, and just remember you have to have certain equipment to do different things like scanning, hacking. You have to have, sometimes you get these missions that they say they're going to give it to you. They don't install it for you, so it's going to say we're going to give you this in the beginning. Once you accept the mission, it goes into your item hangar, so just remember that you're going to have to go in and fit it to your ship still. Just remember that's a key thing, because you're going to be like me, flying out to these missions in the beginning, like, oh, I can't do it. Why can't I hack this thing? Oh, I didn't. Where? I thought they gave it to me. No, they gave it to you, but they don't install it for you. So you have to remember, always go to your fitting down here. But that's all I got for now, folks. Stand by for some more videos. The next, I'm going to go ahead and do a basic security mission on the next video, probably, just to show you guys how that works and some of the flying and navigation, and then we'll go from there. But if you like my channel, like and subscribe. I've had a lot of support so far. Appreciate the views, and I will talk to you next time.